Hello, my name is Haley. Actually, it's Haley Dow. I'm not officially changed on Facebook yet. I'm an Army wife. I have been since October, and I've been here at Fort Campbell since Halloween, and I've been on the wives page since probably a month before I moved here. And I am a certified and also, sorry, my cat's crawling around, certified and also licensed nutritionist. I went to school for nutrition. So I wanted to make a video just because I see one of the most popular things on this page is the keto diet. And I've done it. A lot of my clients have done it. They've got amazing results, but there's a lot of incorrect information and people doing it before they know all the facts about how to do it right. So I just thought I would offer my, expert advice on kind of the basic information about keto since it's so popular. Basically, and I see people saying I'm doing keto and people are like, oh my gosh, what is that? So, sorry, I have animals and stuff that are crazy. So I just thought that I would offer my knowledge and hopefully someone finds this, informative and helpful for them. But basically, I made notes too, so I wouldn't forget anything important. Ketosis is the natural process that the body goes into when you pull carbs out of your diet. So it's low carb basically, but the reason why they don't just call it a low carb diet is because there's very specific science that happens in your body when you pull carbs to such an extent. So there's plenty South Beach diet is low carb and all that kind of stuff, but the process of actually being in ketosis is a very scientific and very specific thing that happens, and it actually doesn't happen right away. So you can lose weight doing low carb diets like South Beach or Atkins or whatever, but being in ketosis is actually a thing that happens. So what happens so basically, sorry, I feel like I'm getting way ahead of I get really excited talking about nutrition, obviously. Basically, keto is something, ketones are something that your body produces to get energy. So when you eat something that's high in carbs, naturally your body produces glucose and insulin. Glucose is the single most easiest thing for your body to convert into energy. So that's why every person's main source of energy is carbs. That's why you eat carbs. That's why, if you are a lifter in the gym or whatever, your pre-workout is going to be a carb source because it's going to spike your energy for your workout you're about to have. That's why if you have done low carb diets before, you usually get tired and stuff because you're taking away that energy source from your body. But since glucose is the primary source of energy, the fat that you eat isn't needed, right? Because your body's running off of all the carbs that you're consuming in a day. So your fat just gets stored. So that's the science or the premise behind keto is to pull that glucose, that carb energy source away and force your body to dig into your fat stores for energy. And then once it's used those fat stores for energy, to then convert the fat that you're eating and use that as energy instead of storing it. So that's basically the idea behind keto. It basically forces your body into a metabolic state. So the benefits are weight loss. Your blood sugar can if you have your swing, you notice if you don't eat, you get moody. It can help with that. It can help with mental focus because healthy fats are really good for our brains. Sorry if you hear my dogs, they're wrestling in the back. And your skin can be clearer because you're going to be forced to drink so much more water when doing ketosis. And ketosis literally pours the toxins out of your body. So here's the thing. With keto, you want to avoid all grains, all sugar, all fruit, and all starchy carbs. This is a strict thing. If you're if you're on keto and you're dabbling in those things oh, I had a bite of cake here or this here, you're not in keto. You're doing low carb, which that's fine too. But like I said in the beginning of this video, keto is a specific science. So there's no cheating on keto, right? And it takes, the other key point is it takes a couple weeks to get into ketosis. If I don't eat carbs today, that doesn't mean that I'm in ketosis. Like, it's a process, because what happens is that all the glucose coming from the carbs, where your energy comes from, it's gonna get used up. Like, you stop eating carbs today, like, you have a buildup in your system, right? So your body's gonna keep eating or using those stored carbs, whatever, to give it energy. So it's not gonna immediately go to your fat stores for the energy, and it's not gonna start losing the fat that you're consuming for energy either. It has to get rid of what's already in your body. So the way, like, if you had a pie chart, you know, like fats are this percent, carbs are this percent, protein is this percent, your fat should be 70% of your diet. Your protein should be 25, and the other 5% of what you're consuming should be carbs. 5%. That's literally, like, for a girl my size, like, I'm 5'4", I weigh 140 pounds, like, that is 20 to 25 grams, maybe 30 grams of carbs total for the whole day. That's it. So, like, my husband, if he's doing keto, he's, you know, 6'3", 220 or whatever, 210. He would get 50 at the max, but nobody can exceed 50 grams of carbs. You will not be in ketosis. You will be doing a low carb diet, and you just won't reach full ketosis. How do you know you're in ketosis? Well, let me show you. Oh my God, my animals. How do you know you're there? Well, I'll tell you. Everyone around you will know, because you're gonna pee all the time, because keto is a natural diuretic. Ketones in your body are a natural diuretic. So you're gonna be peeing all the time. Plus, if you're doing keto, you should not be consuming less than a gallon of water. So bathroom all the time, okay? You're gonna have dry mouth because of the diuretic. You're gonna have bad breath. If you don't have bad breath, at least for like 1 or 2 weeks, you're not in keto. I'm talking about noticeable bad breath, like rotten fruit type bad breath, not like you didn't brush your teeth bad breath. You will sweat a different smell. And like when I was on it, I did a bikini competition. I used keto to get ready for it. I had purple boogers. Not kidding. That's what it was. Purple boogers. Because that's signs of the toxins and the glucose and all that stuff leaving your system. So that means it's working. If those things aren't, maybe not, you might not get all of those things, but if you're not at least getting 1 or 2 of those symptoms, you're not in keto. You might need to eat more fats, eat more protein, and drop your carbs more, because you're not there yet. And you're also going to have increased energy. Here's the thing though. First, when you're starting and you're in the beginning, there's a thing called keto flu. It's real. It means like you're not going to feel good. You're not going to have energy. You are probably going to have a headache. You might be irritable, because that's the withdrawal of the carbs, okay? It doesn't last. So if you're feeling that way and you're like, this isn't worth it, I'm not going to do keto because I feel like shit, I promise you it doesn't last forever. It's usually just a week, sometimes 2, depending on like how toxic your system is. Let me just change my notes page. So, like I said, basically the body is used to carbs, into taking carbs, and that's, so, sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Your body is used to using carbs, getting glucose, and that's where the energy is coming from. So if you take that from it, your body's not going to have a lack of glucose and insulin. It's going to kind of freak out. That's why there's like oh my gosh, my puppy. Hey, stop. That's why there's a period of not feeling good. It's like you go downhill before you go uphill and start feeling good. Stop it! Stop. Go lay down. I'm sorry. So that's why I said it takes a little bit to get into ketosis. Here's the thing. You exceed 50, let's say you get into ketosis, you don't feel good, you sweat, all those things we just talked about, okay? And then you have a cheat meal. You're out of ketosis. You break that 50 grams of carbs. I mean, and if you're smaller, I feel like I'm a smaller person, you break that 30 grams, like you're out of ketosis. And to go back in, you go through that week or 2 of not feeling good. Is it worth it? No. So that's the thing that I've noticed the most is like you can't just kind of do keto. Like you can kind of do low carb, like eat low carb 5 days a week, do whatever you want on the weekends. That's fine. You cannot do that with keto. It doesn't work. If that's what you're doing, that's fine for you, but you're not doing keto, you're doing low carb. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that and let everyone know. You're gonna get headaches, you're gonna get mental fogginess, you're gonna get irritation, you're gonna be tired. That is the electrolyte, that's the sign of the electrolytes being flushed through your system. Once they flush through, that's where the sweat comes, the smell, the boogers, all that thing, okay? But once it goes through, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel like $1,000,000 and you're going to lose weight. Here's the thing, if you don't, I think I already said this, if you don't consume at least a gallon of water, you're doing yourself a disservice, you're gonna be sick longer, and you're probably not gonna lose weight. You have to treat your body like, I mean, it's kind of dumb, but like a temple. Like, give it what it wants, because you're pulling its energy source. You're not giving it carbs, which means it's not gonna feel good, it's not gonna be happy with you. So treat it with extra water, like minimum of a gallon, and also salt a lot of your food, because salt will help you retain the water that you're drinking and also will help restore your electrolytes. So anyways, the last thing is, besides that week or two of not feeling good, when you start feeling really good and your energy's up and your skin's clearing up and you're losing weight, there are a few side effects that you can have. That's cramps because of the salt and the water. You can have constipation, just it's part of it. And you can get heart palpitations. Don't freak out, that's normal. Just like if you feel like your heart's beating a little faster than usual, that's normal. But that's all the signs of your body adjusting to what you're doing. The last piece of advice that I would offer is to not do keto for more than 3 months. Like, you should not be in a ketogenic state for over 3 months. It's just not good for you. If you like keto, like I kind of enjoyed being, once I was like feeling good and in the right like space, I really enjoyed it. So you go in, like I would do it for 12 weeks and then I would take a month break. And I'm not gonna go crazy. That doesn't mean like, oh, I can eat cake and this and do all the things and drink alcohol and blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm talking about. I just mean like, you're still dieting, but you're letting yourself have rice, you're letting yourself have grains, your potatoes, whatever, right? Have like a piece of cake, like, you know, indulge a little bit and then go back to keto. Like, that's the way that you can do it. You can't live off of it 100% of the time. The other thing is alcohol. I know that a lot of people like to drink. I quit drinking a few years ago just because I was in the fitness world all the time. I was competing in bikini competitions, and all alcohol does is hinder your weight loss. So I know people think it's because of calories, like, oh, it's just the extra calories, so if I count for them, I'm fine. Actually, alcohol is a toxin. It doesn't belong in your body, right? So if you drink alcohol, your body goes, freak out, there's a toxin in my body. What do we do with this? Well, we need to get it out. So I'm going to put every process that is not essential to being alive on hold. No muscle building, no fat burning, none of that stuff, because I need to process this poison out of my system. So if you're working out really hard and you're doing all that stuff and you're drinking, like, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. Now, this is where it gets like, I'm not saying you can't drink, like, to each their own. Just, you know, weigh it. Like, how important is your weight loss? How important is having a drink? Or the point of bringing in this is, like, if you're on keto, you cannot drink at all. That's the basic of it. If you're dieting and you're doing low carb and you want to have like Saturdays the day that you drink, that's fine. That's fine. Just know that Sunday and probably Monday, while your body's processing it out, no fat burning that day, no muscle building that day. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. I'm open to like helping people, answering questions, whatever you want to do. I'm not here to sell anything. I just see keto all day long, and like I said, it's a very specific science, so I just wanted to offer kind of the knowledge that I have, because I see a lot of people have questions, and hopefully this helps. And if you're interested in talking more, I'm available. Just message me, or I'll link my website. But that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.